In the photo, we can see the OP's daughter and niece posing for the camera. In the foreground is their sister-in-law's phone, which is also taking a snap of the girls. At first, the family didn't notice anything, but in the photo on the phone in the foreground, there's two extra faces in the image. The first and most prominent face in the photo is that of an older man. The family immediately recognized the face as their grandfather, who had just passed away 2 months prior to this photo being taken. Take a look at this comparison photo. Although the photo on the right is blurry, there is indeed a resemblance to their granddad. The second face is a little less defined, but some of the family believes it also looks like their grandmother. Here's a comparison.
How did the museum come to be?
I don't know the entire story behind it, but I know sort of the deal is...
How did the museum come to be?
I don't know the entire story.
This is very spooky.
Yeah.
Child sees ghost in mirror.
There you go. Look at it, it just zips. What are you doing, Cujo?
Scary abandoned house paranormal encounter.
This video, uploaded to Reddit by user Lazy Ray Scallion, is some truly freaky footage. Depicting an empty conference room late at night, the room is nearly completely empty. That is, except for one apparently dedicated presence committed to showing up in spite of it being after hours. The angle at which the camera is positioned allows viewers to see a lone shadowy figure appear in one of the doorways. The humanoid shadow figure deliberately makes its way from one end of the room to the other, disappearing when it reaches the door on the opposite end. Making its way round Reddit, the footage has since gained some serious attention on the site, with even professedly skeptical users concerned at not being able to debunk the footage. What can at times be explained away as a camera malfunction seems not to be occurring here. Rather, we're left with a puzzling piece of footage that has left most viewers unsettled, unable to explain the figure's presence. Dave Murphy never believed in supernatural events. That is, until he began working security at the Capitol Theatre in Salt Lake City. According to the manager, the theatre is haunted by the spirit of a former usher, who died there at the age of 17 when the building caught fire in 1947. Murphy witnessed a variety of supernatural events in the theatre that made him a believer. It started with shadows moving in and out of the walls and doors slamming when he was alone in the building. He heard disembodied voices and music, and even saw mysterious figures dressed in clothing from the 1900s, walking on the stage and in the control room. Murphy claims that the building's ghosts eventually became hostile, physically attacking him until he was forced to leave the job. The Sonic plushie in the background raises its arm, seemingly all on its own. Viewers immediately said it was the work of a poltergeist. The car's dashcam captures the frightening moment a wayward tyre nearly collides with a motorcycle rider and their passenger. The Loch Ness Monster, affectionately known as Nessie, is the most famous aquatic cryptid in the world. However, other cryptid sightings in lakes and rivers in other parts of the world suggest that Nessie may have relatives living in bodies of water all around the globe. At the Three Gorges Dam Scenic Area, a popular tourist spot in Yichang City, China, a group of visitors captured some seriously freaky footage of what many believe to be a water-based cryptid similar to the Loch Ness Monster. In the viral video posted to Chinese social media site Weibo, we see the curious cryptid swimming near the top of the water. It moves in a serpentine fashion similar to that of a snake skimming across the water. Its body is long, dark and slender, looking much like that of an eel in shape. However, estimates of its size suggest that this creature could be at least 10 feet long and is about as thick as an average person's thigh. In addition, viewers have noted that the creature in the video easily swims against the strong current of the river. This indicates that the creature has a strong, powerful body, unlike any ordinary eel. There's been a lot of speculation about the creature in this video. Some believe that the creature is an ordinary snake, most likely a Burmese python. This type of snake is common in the area and often grows to the size of the creature in the footage. However, others have pointed out that the ridges on the creature's back are not consistent with the usual appearance of a python, insisting that this footage depicts something far more unusual. In the aftermath of the attacks on the World Trade Center in New York City on September 11, 2001, Lieutenant Frank Mara was one of the many first responders who volunteered for the gruesome task of sifting through the rubble, hoping to pull out whatever remained of the victims' bodies. During his exhausting work, he repeatedly saw a friendly woman in a Red Cross uniform, carrying a tray of sandwiches around the disaster site. Anytime he tried to get a closer look at her, she seemed to vanish. He thought nothing of it until years later when he was researching a book on his experiences during 9/11, and he read about soldiers during World War II encountering a similar figure. Shocked by the coincidence, he interviewed other first responders. Several recalled seeing the woman, and others admitted to seeing shapeless black masses moving through the rubble. Lieutenant Mara spoke to a medium in hopes of gaining some insight about these paranormal events, and learned that the woman he and other first responders saw may have been a soul collector, an entity that manifests in order to guide souls to the afterlife. Lieutenant Mara wholeheartedly believes that the kind woman he saw was indeed a collector of souls.
Creature caught on camera. While camping, a group notices one of the girls is missing.
Has been gone for so freaking long.
They go searching for her when they hear her scream. As they get closer, they find this teepee structure, and then this happens.
होना चाहिए था नहीं कभी हुआ नहीं पहले इस तरह हमारा कभी ऐसे नहीं खुद आए हो या लाई गई हो नहीं ओह माय गॉड क्या चीज है अरे ये पागल है भाई कौन है ऊपर चढ़ रही है अरे ऊपर जा रही है क्या बना है यार ये हाथ जगह मारती है रिकॉर्ड हो रहा है हाँ मेरे पास है क्या बना है ये बस ये इससे पहले गेट खोल के आ जाए निकलो भाई क्या चीज है
Okay, guys, my lights have been flickering for like 2 minutes. We heard a baby crying, and now they won't stop. 2 of the lights blew out. It's what? Where? Yo, I think I just literally seen the remote fall. Oh my god. I don't know what to do. I don't want to even move from over here. This is insane. Did you catch it on camera?